Hello, guys. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Week in View live here on Coin News Extra TV. This is a program where we bring you all the major headlines and this and the world of blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem, both in Africa and global headlines. I'm your co-host, Lee Chomoheri. With me is
Anita Ochuku.
So it's our pleasure having you on the show. So we're going to be looking at some of the headlines that happened from Sunday till today, which is Friday. So we're going to be looking at them, putting in our own opinion in those headlines. So do well anywhere. We are streaming across 4 channels, live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on LinkedIn. So anywhere you are joining us from, do well to like this video and also share this, because it is important that you have the right information. And when you have it, you also pass it across to the person beside you, so that they'll be able to get the same information that you're getting. So because we know that information is the key when it comes to this ecosystem, because it's an emerging ecosystem. Information is important here, so that's why we take it very seriously to come here every day to give you all the major headlines. Do well to follow us across all our social media handles at Coin News Extra TV. So we'll go for a short break. When we return, we are going to be coming up with the headlines. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's still Week in View live on Coin News Extra TV. So we are going straight to the headlines we have here. We're going to be looking at the number one headline. We are looking at African headlines first. So let's look at the major things that happen in the world of blockchain and fintech in Africa this week before we move to the global line. So number one there is Fintech Association of Nigeria CEO Health CBN's initiative. That's in the person of Dr. Babatunde Obrima. So he was on live TV, Channels TV this week to talk about the Afrigo payment card. So Nigeria is coming up. You know, Nigeria, when it comes to fintech and blockchain, we are trying to
trying to lead the way, exactly.
So you see the lines of eNaira. Nigeria is the first African country to come up with that initiative and launch. Even though the eNaira still have its own challenges, but they are trying to take the lead. And also, you see with this Afrigo card, you know, with the challenges we are facing in Nigeria when it comes to payment and
financial inclusion and all of that.
So it's a big challenge. So we have a little clip there on that. We'll just watch it.
I think it's good. It's good for the market.
But realistically, what do you think happens in the long run to other card issuers? You know, the global ones like MasterCard, you know, Visa and Verve. Do you think at they would have to be phased out of Nigeria?
I don't think so. When you look at the challenge, really, right now, it's more of there are foreign exchange issues involved in this. You know that we have scarce foreign exchange, which is typical when you have in an organization, when there's challenges, you want to downsize, you start to cut down on your costs. And I think that's basically what the central bank is doing. I'm sure that if things improve, it's things that will be probably look at again, I'm sure in other markets where they operate with, they probably do not have this challenge, but we have a peculiar problem. And I think that's the way the central bank wants to deal with it. And I think it's just, I think that it's for the short term, really. When you look at it, how do we solve our foreign exchange problem? We need to increase revenue, exports, business. So I think that while we're cutting costs, we also need to start to drive.
Welcome back. It's still the week in view. So we are sorry for that video. It's not playing very well as we expected. Sorry for that. That's it on that headline. We move to the next headline.
Yes. Nigeria's bank regulator launches initiative to deepen financial inclusion. This mainly has to do with the second phase of the INA, like you mentioned before. I think they said the first phase launched in October 2021 and has received 840,000 downloads with 270,000 active wallets. So,
Yeah, talking about that particular headline, we made the mention of that earlier when we were talking about the first headline, the Fintech Association of Nigerian COO heading the CBN's initiative, or that's about Africa. Talking about the e-Naira, so e-Naira has met a lot of criticisms. I must say, like it's launched earlier, that was sometime 2021. Yeah, so. Some of the, I'm even surprised to see 840,000 downloads and 270,000 active users. So what we expected from the Central Bank of Nigeria about the e-Naira is, I guess that is about sensitization, sensitizing the public about what they intend to achieve with the e-Naira, because I see it as a very nice initiative. It's about sensitization, because having 840,000 dollars with a population of over
exactly
200 million people, and you're having these, and this almost 2 years now, 1 year and getting to 2 years, and we are still having this kind of a bit. I see it since they are the first, having to come up with these initiatives. It's not easy. It comes with its own challenges and criticism. I know that sometimes the industry players criticize the Apex Bank of Nigeria that they don't carry them along about it, and also about the contract being awarded to foreign companies, startup. I know that now I know some of the Nigerian startups are coming into this e-Naira to play a role there. So we'll move to the next headline. This week we saw a lot of news. The next headline is about Bitcoin hitting 60% in Nigeria. So because of the ATM and the withdrawal issues, scarce, so people are looking for alternative. But what I want to say about this particular headline, I know that major publishers in the ecosystem, media outlets in the crypto space publish this particular headline about Bitcoin being above
60% in Nigeria.
Normal price that's trading around 37 to around 37,000, $38,000 per Bitcoin. What I would like to say about that is that's not actually. I know the news is not actually what it looks like. That's what I want to say. Because of we have in Nigeria, it's unfortunate we have two exchange rates. So we have the one for the CBN, which is the Central Bank of Nigeria, our first bank here. They have their own exchange rates. That's around fluctuate between 440, 450, 460 naira per dollar. And also we have the black market, the parallel market exchange rate, which is around 440 to 740 to 750 naira per dollar. So when you do that conversion, coming to this headline, you see that when you convert with the black market price and reconvert with the central bank exchange rate, which is 450, you see that that's where the price is. But the price is actually trading as normal as other places, Bitcoin. Currently, Bitcoin is trading around
23,000. Yeah, today.
23,100. It fluctuates around that. So that's what is actually trading in Nigeria. That news is just conversion rate, but the actual price of Bitcoin in Nigeria, I just want to correct the headline. So the actual price of Bitcoin in Nigeria is still 23,000. It's just that the conversion rate varies. So it's actually
Okay, I think it's
23,000.
most of all
So
these
that's why.
traders, you see them saying, come with your rates, come with your rates. You see 740, 750, 760. So that's where the discrepancy is at
I
this
guess
point.
the person that came up with it, I saw in some other media outlets in the crypto space. I know maybe the people that came up with this headline because they just want to make something out of it. I guess that's what they want to do. They just want to make something out of it. I don't see much around this. It's just normal thing. And every country,
As
they
their
have their
own
own
black market
challenges and
exchange
all
rate
that.
and
So
all of
it's a
that.
normal
Yeah,
thing. So they just
exactly.
want to drive something. So let's not talk much on that. We move to the next headline.
Yes, the next headline has to do with funding. South African digital lender Lula Lend raises $35 million in Series B funding. A 35 million, about 600 million rand in Series B financing led by Lightrock has been raised by Cape Town-based startup Lula Lend, according to their company's announcement.
Talking about that headline, Lula Land coming out with that investment, putting out that Series B investment of $35 million
Million dollars.
dollars. So it's a very interesting one. Because I had a program earlier today that's TechWell. TechWells, it's about startup investment in the ecosystem that's most especially in Africa.
In
So we're
Africa.
looking at the state of the startup investment ecosystem in Africa, and on that show that was earlier this today. So we're able to look at some of the investments. Even when you are seeing that there are people are pulling off this investment, you see that last year I was able to discover through research that even though we are seeing investment flowing in now, we see that it just when it comes to global, when you compare it with other regions, you see that Africa is still
It's still
behind.
behind.
But it's just that
Exactly.
we are trying and we are also pushing. But it's a very good one that we see investment, and there are some predictions that investment, startup investment are going to slow down the blockchain and fintech ecosystem this year. But I don't think so. I think otherwise because I see that Africa is an investment heaven,
Yes, yeah.
investment heaven. So you will have to. Africa is kind of when you discover gold, people are rushing to
Like if you
come and
want
make
if you want to
investments and all.
make investments and profits, come to Africa.
So, but when it comes to it comes with its own challenges. When it comes to investment, also it comes with discrimination. Yeah, some of these investors, when it comes to Africa, sometimes one of the things I don't like when we are doing some of these investments, some of them come with this mindset of exchange rates when they are making investment, and you see, and they're so careful about it when it comes to Africa. But
Africans.
we see that things will improve and it's getting
Definitely,
better.
definitely.
The investment, startup investment ecosystem in Africa was better. Even Q1 of last year was even better than last year, 2021.
2021.
But so we see that each year we are making progress, and it's a good one. We see that that progress should be accelerated. We look at the next headline, which is on Convergence Partners raises 296 million for digital inclusion in Africa. So even though they surpassed their expectations by 18%, so they raised that amount to make investment in Africa.
Africa.
Let's see how that
How
goes.
that goes.
Yeah.
I
So
feel I feel it will go well. Like the first, like you said, Q1 is going pretty well at this point. So let's hope for the best as we progress in the year.
okay.
So moving on to more funding, Egyptian fintech MNT Halan attains unicorn status after raising $400 million. Wow. Egyptian fintech company MT Haaland has raised $400 million in a funding round, including 260 million equity financing and 140 million through securitized bond insurances. Wow, that's a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a good one that these investments are coming in. Even though we are seeing there is this global recession that's setting in, and it's also slowing down investment in other regions. But we see that these investments are coming in is a very good one that they were able to raise the amount. And unicorn is for those that may not know what unicorn is only a valuation of the start of a company is up to $1 billion.
$1 billion.
So when you evaluate a company, it's up to $1 billion. So congratulations to them for attaining that status. There are a few startups in Africa, fintech startups that are and blockchain startup that I don't think I've seen any blockchain startup that attend that
Unicorn
status.
status, yeah.
I'll check that when I have my programs. I'll check that. See some of the African. I know there are a few African fintech startups that have attained that status of a unicorn. We have unicorn also Decacon and all the rest of them. So it's a very interesting headline. So we've been able to summarize the African headlines. Is there other things you
No,
need to put
that's
in
all
order?
on the African headlines. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, global headlines.
Welcome back to the show. It's still Week in View live on CNTV, Crime News Extra TV. Do well to like the live stream and also share it across your network so people can be able to get headline. This show comes your way every 4 p.m. Fridays, 4 p.m. West African time on Fridays, live on Crime News Extra, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So let's move to over to the global headlines. We see that Binance is still at one of the largest by trade volume, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world by trade volume. So they are also trying to get more grants. We see that's why the next headline we look at Binance re-enters South Korean market with Copax
Copax
Exchange.
Exchange.
Having made that acquisition, they acquired that company, having majority shareholder shares in that company. That's in South Korea. Binance was there. Binance was in South Korea. They left sometime. They left some. That was in 2021. That was when they 2 years now. They left the South Korean market. So them going back to that. That's a strategic way of going back
Going
to
back,
South
yeah.
Korea, and also they're trying to exercise their kind of dominion.
Dominion, yeah.
So because our Binance is situated in many places. Even in Africa, Binance is doing well. They are doing well even in other regions, even in Asia. They are doing well as well. So one of the places that they are having some challenges is America and some other Asian countries. So them going back with go past investment acquisition is a very
It's a very
nice one.
nice one. Okay, on to the next headline. E-commerce giants Amazon makes entry into crypto industry. Plans to launch NFT initiative. What do you think about that?
So it's a very good, a welcome development in the ecosystem. So you see, this industry some years back, I know sometime even in Nigeria, a few years back, that was around 2019, 2020, you hardly come to a traditional media platform to mention about Bitcoin, talk more about the cryptocurrencies
Cryptocurrency
and
or
all that.
blockchain,
So
yeah.
it's a very good one now that institutional players are coming in. You see, Amazon is a very big company there. So Amazon is making its first move into cryptocurrency industry as it plans to launch a non-fungible token initiative sometime in spring 2023. So let's see how do you think it's going to play out?
I feel like it's going to cause more enlightenment into the whole blockchain and NFT space because most people use Amazon and they don't know about NFT. There will be ad placements and all of that, which will also bring more people into the ecosystem. So I feel it's a really good move from them, and because of their stance, they are a very good, very large company. In fact, so they'll be able to make reason forward in this their NFT goals.
Now we're still making research and also monitoring that development and see how it's going to play out this year. Since they are coming up with NFT, let's see how they're going to do it. Are they going to sell it on their
On their
platform,
platform
or
or
NFT trading platforms, crypto NFT trading platforms like OpenSeas and other platforms. Let's see how that plays out.
All right, moving on to the next headline. Now, this is Premier League ignores crypto chaos, backs Orare's NFTs fantasy football's game in a bold move. It's a really bold move because the ecosystem now is key. So to go into something like this, you think is the right move for the Premier League? Well, they're not even looking back.
Yeah, the Solana this thing. I was following news about the UK. UK are also looking into cryptocurrency adoption too. They are also looking at with their recent PM Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
They are also he's a young guy, so he's also looking. I know he's also crypto friendly and we understand more. So he's also looking to explore that, and also English Premier League is a
This is Crypto History live on CoinDizestra TV. It is a program where we talk about the scams, the secrets, the miseries that are in the blockchain, fintech, and crypto ecosystem. So join us every Mondays, 3 p.m. West African time to talk about this show. Do you want to stay safe in the blockchain and crypto ecosystem? Do you want to know what is really happening, the secrets, the scams, the dangers in the blockchain and crypto ecosystem? Don't miss this program live on CoinDizestra TV, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Don't miss this. Join us.
live in weekly review. So we're looking at top headlines here. So sorry for the breakdown in transmission. So we're happy that our engineers were able to restore that. So we look at some other headlines.
The next headlines have to do with, I think it's another topic we talked about last week, layoffs. And now we see not just one, but like 4 different companies laying off a particular quota of their staff once again. CoinTracker, first of them, lays off 20% of its staff. And it was made in a statement by the CEO, John Lennar, in a statement issued to the employees, said that staffs in non-technical roles, operations and customer support are the ones that are majorly affected.
And also, we have to talk about the two of them together, the PayPal.
Yes, PayPal as well.
Staffs. Yeah, that's another headline. Yeah, put PayPal about to lay off
2,000
2,000 staff.
staff.
So, so this trend is something strange. So I saw a write-up online today. So the people that have been laid off, where are they going to?
Exactly.
The workers that have been laid off,
Exactly.
where are they going to? So, it's not only in the tech or blockchain. It's a general issue. Looking at the recession that is setting in, and also challenges that many in the blockchain space, many of these startups are facing challenges. So we are in the ecosystem. We know what is really going on. There should be a way to, I don't know, to what should be done. This is a question I'm asking. What should be done to stop this? Because we saw this happening towards majorly happening
Towards
towards
the
the
end of
end
last
of
year.
last year.
Yeah.
And, that trend continuing this year is a very strange one. Let's see how this plays out. That's another thing, channel analysis. So another headline.
Another headline,
Channel
reportedly
analysis.
cutting jobs as well. More job cuts. Our jobs safe.
No, it's the like I said earlier on. Most of these companies are really facing many challenges, even when it comes to this ecosystem. The people that have money, the companies that have money are still conscious, and they are just they have money. The money is there. Just like people are planning about the future. They don't just want to burn so fast. They don't want to spend much. So they are really cutting down on costs, expenses, and all that. So they are really cutting down on that.
Then also moving on, fintech group FIS makes 2,600 job cuts.
That still
So-
falls down to these other two headlines: the PayPal,
and
the
Coin tracker as well.
So when you look at it, you see that it's still the same.
The same reason,
situation.
everyone is facing the same reason, economic
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah, these companies are facing a lot of challenges, and we pray that all these turmoil in the market let's see. When it comes to this in the tech industry, we see people are doing coming up with a lot of innovations and all that. Let's see how this plays out. Looking at we see Lato, they are planning to relaunch in Russia. Earlier on, that was sometime in January this year, we saw that the American authorities they arrested the founder of that particular less known crypto exchange. And also they have to come up with many accusations that they are being used for money laundering and also dark web transactions. So there are a lot of accusations there. And when you look at this headline, there are global cryptocurrency exchange Bitlatos, which is being investigated by authorities in the US, is planning to relaunch
Operations in Russia.
Because according to this article, recall that firms' digital currency and infrastructure were also recently shut down by authorities in France over alleged suspicion of
money laundering and other related offenses.
So that's I don't know. They are still following up with that case. Those accusations are so much. People are those. They are. A lot of things are happening. One thing with this is that when you look at the FTS, why FTS is having much being talked about much is because of it's very much well known. It was the second largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world behind the Binance like trade volume then. So I guess the impact and they're able to spread their wings across different regions. But we've been able to see some of these other crypto there was this cryptocurrency exchange. I have a show on Monday that will talk about that. That's just vanished like that. A big crypto exchange, but it doesn't have it's not well known, but it has a much trade volume and all that. So these are things that we are seeing. So with Latos, you cannot prove that they are guilty of those accusations until they are proven guilty. So let's see how that plays out. This is how it is. This ecosystem is still young.
What do you think will be the reception for Bislato in Russia? Spending.
The founders are from Russia, I heard.
Okay.
So it's like one of the founders are from Russia. So it's like coming back home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So let's look at global cryptocurrency ownership surged 39% in
39% in 2022 despite
market So I guess that's the last headline.
That's the
we
last
have here.
headline.
So we see a lot of people are. You see that Amazon is coming into the crypto space with their NFT strategy. So people are finding the best way to
To
come
come into the ecosystem.
And so the more they are coming in, they are creating more awareness about this ecosystem. Like Amazon, when they, earlier, that was sometime last year, late last year, we saw that Trump came up with his own NFTs.
NFT.
And also those
Even
are
Ronaldo himself too, his own
with,
NFT. Yeah.
Binance. So they are coming up with this, creating awareness. These stunts, they are this strategy. They're
pulling.
coming in. The more these guys are coming in, these or like mainstream companies are coming in, and they are creating more awareness.
And attracting more people.
The number of cryptocurrency owners worldwide increased significantly.
119 million newcomers into the ecosystem. Wow.
Yeah, it's a big one. Let's see how this year is going to be. So I believe this year we're going to see more adoption.
Yeah.
We're going to see more people coming into the ecosystem. But what we are looking at, that's why we are here, Coin News Extra TV and coinnewsextra.com. We are here to inform people, educate people about this industry. Because it's not about coming into the industry, it's still a very young ecosystem. So you need a proper
navigation, how to
news
navigate the
and updates about
market.
what is happening. And that's why we are here to give you all the latest update. And we are coming up with this a week ago. So if you miss the headlines in the week, we are here for you. So we are wrapping it up. Do you have anything to say?
That's all I have to say.
Okay. So thank you very much for our guests, our audience, for giving our time to joining us today. I believe that this show really helped you today. We are able to stay informed. And people that also come later on to watch, I believe you also found it useful. Also, thank you very much, and do well to like and share this video. Share it across anywhere you're joining us from. We're streaming live across 4 channels. So Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So anywhere you're joining us from, do well to share and like. And also if you have comments, drop them on the comment section. We'll be picking them up and we're looking at them when we come next week. So that's how we are signing off today. We are waiting to by next week. Yes, I will be coming back here with another headlines that happen, major headlines that happen in the ecosystem.
Yeah, make sure to keep watching Coin News Extra TV. See you same time next week. Bye for now.
Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.